Hello there everybody, this is Grant, also known as the Collector75. Welcome to another Transformers Beast Wars review. This is the third figure even from my loft haul I brought from my mum and dad's loft, where I keep the majority of my Transformers. And this is a figure that I had mixed feelings about. It is of course Transformers Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Blackarachnia. And now I had mixed feelings about this one. I'll tell you why. I really wanted it when it first came out. I really wanted it. I tried to get it. I could not get it. I can't remember why I didn't get it from the Big Bad Toy Store. I can't remember if they sold out or this is. I don't think it was when they started slapping on customs charges to the old UK customs. I can't remember. There was a reason I could not seem to get it. So I really wanted it. I did hear reports, and I did go on a big toy hunt around everywhere locally. I heard it was at Argos in Slough. I heard Argos had it, so I went round every Argos in my local area, all the way out to Slough and Hounslow way, maybe even Datchet. I can't remember. But I went far out trying to get it with no joy. But I cannot even remember where I got this from in the end. I might have got it off eBay. I can't remember. When I did get it, it was a bit of a letdown, and it's a shame. It's such a crying shame, and I'll come to that when I actually get it out. But let's look at the box. The boxes for these were brilliant, as you can see with the Transmetals too. It has the new logo, it has the Transmetals, and then the number 2 there. I did like the first sort of pre-production wave of Transmetals 2s, one where I had the Roman numeral number 2. Shame we never stuck with that really, because I think that looked quite cool. And now under its name you do get what she actually transforms into, which is Spider. And on the bottom here we can see all the other Transmetal 2s released for that wave. We had Optimus Minor, Scare, I can never know how to pronounce that one. We got Scream, I'm not sure. Sonar, which is a pretty cool one. Then we got Transmetal 2 Cheetor. He was a good figure. I've got an open one. I cannot remember if I've reviewed him or not, but if I can find him, I'm going to review him. Transmetal 2 Dinobot. He was a great character in the show and not a bad toy. And I've got an open Ramulus as well. Yeah, he's a bit of a mixed bag as well. And then we go to the back of the box. We've got her bio. I'm gonna just hold that steady for a second if you want to pause it. And then we've got the bio for the actual Beast, sorry, not the Beast Wars War, but this is the scenario for Transmetal 2s, where Megatron is using unstable spark technology merged with the alien Vox species or something like that. Right, anyway, this is the box. Went through my little thing of where I got the box from, or the figure from. That's what I like to do with my figures, because I can usually remember near enough all of where I got them from, or there was some, or what I was trying to do at the time. Like I say, I can't exactly remember where I got it from, but I remember that I had a hassle of a time trying to get it, and I remember that trip around bloody Hounslow and Slough. That was a nightmare trying to park. And to top it all off, they didn't have it. There we go. Anyway, right, and she was very rare. She was very rare back in the day. Not so much these days. You can probably pick one up. This is obviously before eBay, obviously. Anyway, right, I'm going to crack this lady open, and we shall see what we shall see. Back in a tick. Right, so here we have her out of the box, and unfortunately now this is where the trouble begins. I'd like to say that it is only one mode has problems in, but unfortunately both modes do. We'll start here with the Spider. Now, it looks amazing, and this is why I really was looking forward to this figure, because I loved Blackarachnia on the show. And this, when I first saw the picture, this giant mega sized, which is supposed to be like a Voyager sized spider, it looked amazing, and this is fantastic. I love the legs. The detail is fantastic. The chrome is good, providing it isn't flaking off yet. I don't think it is flaking off this one yet. Hopefully not, ever. But you never know. I mean, look at the front of that. That is one mean spider. And she does have her maximal symbol now, because obviously she is a maximal. Now, there was a way that you can spin it around. I think maybe you need to have it in robot mode, but you can spin it around to give her a Predacon spark crystal. And unfortunately, this is where the good stuff about this figure ends. Now, I'll tell you what its main one is one thing I really don't like is these arms under here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what they're supposed to be. I think spiders do have little extra clawy bits. I can't remember. But from what I remember, I thought it was the front legs that act as those, but I'm probably wrong. Yes, but they are just really... They do hang down quite low, and they are quite... I don't know, they're just really imposing, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that I can't pose them where I like them. And now, the biggest gripe for me is this figure should be standing like this. You put the legs down like that, and it should be up like that, shouldn't it? Like a proper spider stance. Unfortunately, the legs cannot take the weight, and it just collapses. The minute you try and get those back legs to prop up that abdomen at the back there, you've got no chance. And that's how it's always been ever since I got it out of the box. Now, maybe it's just mine, it's got loose joints, but I don't think so. It is just, these ball joints would never ever hold this figure up. It's a shame it just didn't come with something under there, because if it did that, that would look amazing. Now I could live with that, you know, do something with these. But you know, now one of the other sort of features that it does have is she has a grappling hook type thing. Now you can disconnect it in this mode and do it. It does do that, and it just does that really. Yeah, I don't think there's a way of doing it, but what you can do is I can't do it. You can put your fingers here to open them, and then you can just grab something and pull it towards her. And that is it really. It's a bit naff as gimmicks go, but believe me, it is a good gimmick compared to the other gimmick that she's got in robot mode. That is something else, that one. Right, okay, let's get this lady into robot mode and continue with the fun. Right, just one more thing I actually forgot. She does come with these strange looking wheels on the side. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe it is just to give her a look like she's got some weird alt mode, but like the Transmetals did. I don't know. I'm not totally sure on that one. One other thing I haven't noticed actually, these arms are supposed to fold all the way in, right into there like that, and then it gives them that look right in the centre. But my one, it does go in, and then to try and get it out, it just pops the arm straight off. So I'll just leave them down there for now anyway. Right, so anyway, let's get on to transform this. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is come to on here and remove this, which is going to become sort of like a gun in robot mode. Just going to throw that over there. We're going to fold the arms right out, and just sort of keep them over there. Hopefully now then these legs are going to become an issue, so we're just going to sort of like straighten them out. Hopefully they won't become too much of an issue. Then we're going to come around here. We are going to separate that bit, and then separate this bit from in here, like so, if I can do it. Oh, there we go, that doesn't sound too good. And this is where you can now change her Predacon, well, a maximal symbol for a Predacon. You just simply spin that around, giving her a Predacon, so you can turn her back to being a bad guy, or bad girl, even. We're going to leave that now on the Predacon, I quite like that. Right, so now then we've got these two separate bits. These legs are probably going to get in the way all round here now. So now we are just going to open these bits out. These are going to become Blackarachnia shoulder pads. Why isn't that moving? It's got caught on something probably. This is the only thing, everything gets caught on everything else on this figure. And I don't want to break it, she's very old. Actually, well, she ain't that old, she's old enough. So they're going to become her shoulder pads. We're going to rotate that all around to the back. Now we're just going to get our legs out. We just sort of like got to free up everything. That is going to come out and around. And then we need to angle that back up. Actually, first of all, we're going to get these out of the way. These are going to become sort of missile launchers on the back. I don't understand why, but they are. Always cool. And then we need to figure out a way of getting this in. I'm just going to straighten out her legs now, because otherwise they are going to come and irritate me a bit later on. I'm sure they will irritate me a lot later on. Right, so anyway, so we get that in. Then we need to bring her bosom all the way down and click that into place, and then her head should fold up once you get that into right, and then we rotate that around, giving her robot head. That looks almost about right. Now then we need to get this angled up. We need to make sure her arms are out. We are going to sort of like rotate them down. I know some of this you can't see because it is just such a nightmare of angles and everything. We are going to rotate this one up, I believe, so it's going to an accordion downwards, and then just really we need to angle this lot. Now it is hard to see, but they're going to go into there somewhere. It's hard for me to see actually. It's all black plastic on bloody black plastic. That don't bloody help. There we go. Oh, it sort of does click in there eventually. There we go. And she seems quite happy about that. Right, so anyway, so then we have Blackarachnia pretty much in robot mode. Let me just straighten her arm out. There we go. Some of these ball joints are super tight, some of them are super bloody loose. And that is unfortunately her failings. Right, one other thing I forgot to do is we rotate these bits out of here, I think. I'm sure they rotate out. That's it. There we go. So these are going to rotate upwards or something like this. They are going to rotate up like that. That's something. These are a lot of moving parts. This bloody thing. I mean, it is a very good figure. I really do like it. It is just bits will get in the way of other bits, unfortunately. Right, and then you sort of like come around to the back, start angling these legs up. You can angle these ones. Actually, I can do it so you can actually see it. There we go. Right, so let's get this bloody... Can't really do it, can you? Tell you what we're going to do. We are going to angle this up. That'll probably be easier. Right, so then we can get all these legs just sort of pointing upwards, like so. Like that, give or take. And then you can do what you want with these two back ones. You can either angle them up or angle them out the back. Right, and now that is Blackarachnia in robot mode, and let's see if we can get it to stand. Good luck, because she's got a super loose waist piece. Now there is to do some weird karate chop thing. You stick her leg out, and I don't know what frees it up. Is it the leg or something? No, I don't know how it bloody works. Couldn't figure it out before, but she spins it around. There's something that releases it, but I don't know what it is. I never figured it out when I first got it, but it's rubbish. It is rubbish anyway. And the problem with it, they've given her these tiny little feet and a loose waist, and now trying to get the stand is impossible. Look at it. She just falls over to the side and everything. It is a bit of a nightmare. You could use these ones as kind of stabilizers. That does kind of work. That ain't too bad actually. There we go. I've never thought of doing that before. Right, so anyway, right, so we're going to move this figure back a bit, and she don't look too bad if she's just standing there. You can flip these around to the side, and you can fit this in one of the hands because they've got a little paw in there, but don't bother because it just looks rubbish. But as a figure in itself, I actually don't mind her. If you're just gonna stick her on your shelf and look at her like this, I have no idea why she's got these giant missiles, but it's quite a cool thing. Yeah, if you can be bothered to spend the time angling these feet out properly and getting her to stand, she's all right. But look, she's wanting to do the splits already. It is a bit of a nightmare. It should have been a really good figure if they'd just not bothered with the gimmick, given a slightly better ankle, feet or something like that to allow her to stand. It would have been alright. It would have been a perfectly acceptable figure, and maybe some stronger ball joints so the spider legs could hold the body up in a more natural pose. It'd have been great. It is just a shame that it doesn't, because there's lots of good things about this. I love the asymmetrical detailing there, and the head isn't too bad. It's a bit of a strange robot head, but you know, what can you do? He's starting to do that. I'm sure it's starting to do with that head that does that, but mine's probably broke. It's crap anyway. But you know, yeah, it's just a shame. I mean, why is that bloody angled out like that? I'll tell you what, he's bloody. I don't know. It is. Yeah, it's just a shame. It's just a shame. It should have been a good figure, but just little bits let it down. Really. Her leg looks like she got a broken sodding leg. Doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, don't matter. I'm sure it's probably just me. It's probably just the way I've angled it. Anyway, right. So this has been Graham, the Collector 75, with a very dodgy Blackarachnia who just wants to fall over. I'll see once more if I can get her to stand. Hold on. Is she gonna manage it? She doesn't look like she wants to. Oh, there we go. That'll have to do. She does come with an instruction booklet. Yeah. It's I believe on the early versions you could take her bra off. This one doesn't work, so this isn't an early version one. But yeah, why you'd want to do that, I don't know. I don't understand why they glued it on. But anyway, you know. Right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.